Hey everyone. So here we are. We're going to do basically a little podcast to answer some questions that have been submitted over the past few days. So we've done this in the past, and it was obviously a different crew of admins, but it was years ago. So figured we'd do this again because the community enjoyed it the first time. So, introduction to me, if you aren't familiar, then where have you been? But also, I'm Travis. I'm the owner of Risen Esports, and basically, most of my duties are to make some business-related decisions, or sponsorship-related decisions, various administrative things like that. So I'm gonna let everyone go around and introduce themselves, and then we'll take turns, I guess, answering the first question. So go from the top left of the stream around, Cole.
Oh man, okay, you just go right to me first.
Yeah, I think that works.
Totally counterclockwise.
Okay.
All right. Hi, I'm Cole. I do a lot of different things, and my role changes from week to week based on whatever I need to do. But mostly, I've worked on formatting rosters in some capacity, and then just dealing with people who need an hour-long discussion because they get angry, and then I talk to them. It's one of my favorite parts of being on
the Risen HR department.
Yeah, that's my newfound title. I've assigned it to myself. We're trying to make that one happen. But I found Risen when Waume, or Reject, back in Risen Season 2, just told me, hey, let's sign up for this thing. I don't know how he found it or why he made the decision to sign up for it. He just said, you're signing up for this thing with me. I said, okay, and then I joined the Discord. And that was the start of EOD. So now we keep going.
That's beautiful.
EOD is the legend. How many different names EOD has had by now?
The first year was Exemplar Demacia. Then it was ethanolamine oxidase diphosphorylase.
I remember that.
I can't believe you remember that.
Then it was pot of 25 Kawaii Sundaries, which I was on for 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
That was a team.
Then there was just EOD, where we didn't really have a name other than EOD, but we were EOD Weeb Edition, and now we have EOD Rampage Edition. So it stands for nothing. It just is what it is. Let's keep moving, though.
So Laura.
As in me.
The other
All right.
Yeah, the other Laura.
Well, I'm Laura, and I do roster stuff, pretty much. Occasionally deal with people, but now it's Cole's job, so everything is relegated to him. And I think I found Risen through Reddit, but all I really remember is that once upon a time you could sign up as a sub only, and I signed up as a sub only and somehow ended up starting on a team because I think Travis did teams manually back then.
No, that was probably me.
All right, well, whoever it was, I ended up starting on a team. And I actually ended up playing, and it was fun, and now I am here. And that's it.
That's it. Okay, I'm best friend. I typically I run Champions League, or at least I run the rosters and game day stuff for Champions League. I help run the moderator team, and I do most of the organizational and roles and stuff on Discord that everybody loves so much. I first joined Risen in Season 1. We're an OG here. Season 1, one of my teammates, who was actually our sub, signed us up. I don't remember if he went by Zephyriel or Bloody Spears at the time, but he signed us up, and we had to, because we had a Diamond 5 on our team. But he was like, sure, most teams have at least one Diamond 5, and I think Circa was in the league, so he let us in. and we won season 1. It was a good time, and that's about it.
All right, hello. I'm Focus. I do marketing and content for Risen, which is running like social media, helping find teams for champs, and then just doing like sponsorship stuff. And I don't remember what season I joined Risen. I feel like it was season 4,
3.
potentially.
I think
3? Was it 3?
What year did you play with Nathan?
You joined when Zach joined.
I
which is
joined.
season
I
3.
joined when well, Nathan was the first person I played with, but I don't remember what season that was.
That was season 3.
So season 3 or season 4. And I found it. I feel like I found it because I first started. I played in Ascension first, Ascension Esports first. When I was like Silver 5 or Bronze 1. And then I think I just found it through that Discord. I think someone mentioned it, and I just joined because I wanted another league to play in. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it was from Ascension. I'll talk about know some more about Julia than Julia did.
I think there are like a lot of people actually who come from Ascension.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone knows. They all knew Risen. Like, we all know each other.
Yeah.
And then PK harassed me when I first got in because I was from Ascension.
Sounds like PK.
Yeah, but
Sounds
honestly,
like
who
PK.
doesn't PK harass?
Yeah.
I remember when PK was 13 and playing.
Same. What a time.
Not true.
Actual like low silver, super top in Rampage. Back when Rampage, yeah, it was like bronze
now
silver.
he's D2.
Honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna get started.
It's Ryan's turn.
Let's go to Itchy.
It's Ryan's turn.
Go to Itchy. Go to Itchy.
All right, hello. I'm Ichiret or Ryan. I handle some roster stuff for Dominate and Rampage leagues. I joined the season in season 3 from a Reddit post that I found at work, and Cole did not place me on a team, unfortunately. And SSG gave me my first home with a backpack, and yeah, that's how I joined Risen. Oh, and I played for a couple seasons now on like TLI, B5, SSG. I think those are my only teams.
Just remember that B5 owns roster staff.
Yeah, B5.
Controls the
They
roster
still do.
staff.
They still do.
Oh, and I'm very good at bossing Margarine around.
Yeah.
That's
This
like,
is true. This is true.
That's why we have you around, honestly.
yeah. That's my duty.
All right.
All right, Mr. Joe.
And I'm Joe. I run the stream, so I get all the casters, I bring all the casters in, get all the streamers, train all the streamers, and coordinate the fact that we have 5 streams running each weekend. And you guys wouldn't get to watch games if it weren't for me, so. I joined Risen in season 2. Technically in season 1, but my laptop couldn't run League and Discord at the same time, so I couldn't play. So I had to drop off the team that I was on in season 1 before the season even started. And then I joined in season 2 from the Reddit post, but I didn't get on a team. And then I forget who it was who dropped. I think it was Iski dropped from being the ADC for SPG, and then I ended up replacing him and played on SPG in season 2 with my first support XT. God bless. And now, well, it's been what, 2 years?
A little more than that.
Here we are.
Yeah. It's been a while.
So as part of the bot that I pulled in right before this, it tells me on the stats page where or what the day was that we created or I created Risen. It was March 14th, 2017. So season one,
anniversary.
season 1 was like what, probably like 2 or 3 months, and then season 2. So
It was 10 teams, single round robin, so that's 9 games. I don't think we had any bye weeks back then.
no,
We played 9 weeks into
Straight
3 weeks of
through.
playoffs, just straight through, baby.
I think season 2 was
Just
like
like
that too.
LCS.
I think our bye week was the hurricane week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure our bye week was the hurricane week.
You have to pray for a natural disaster.
uh,
All right, we good to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
we're gonna need to power through these because the
Okay.
way we're going.
Oh yeah, it's already been
4
20 minutes.
questions.
We can just talk
Okay.
at the same time. We don't have to go in order. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll be faster.
I don't think we all need to answer every question.
I mean, we can. I think it'll be faster if we just.
I think we just all answer all at the same time anytime it's addressed
Okay.
to all of us, and we just talk over each other. and no
all
one
addressed
understands you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Wait a minute.
Dysfunctional, just like everything else.
Okay.
Oh. What?
I'll take the graphic.
What's the
I'm
next
not sure if I'm
question?
allowed to read the question.
Move on.
Yeah, just read the question.
Okay. The next question is from Owen, and the question is, "What is our favorite Risen moment?"
Oh my gosh.
I
There's
have my
so many.
answer because I've been thinking about this already. So
I
I'll
don't
go
know.
first.
Yeah,
while
you
all
go
think.
first.
Oh no, the
Um,
fucking.
But
chat
it's
is
just
awful.
when I feel like I became a part of
Yikes.
Risen, and I fell in love with the community.
I know what he's gonna
Was-
say.
EOD had this top
EOD.
laner named Chirrut, and he was actually a Diamond Smurf in Dominate, which was gold plat at the time, and he was not a great teammate or friendly human being, and he was flaming in banter and trash talk after we lost our first game, and someone spammed just did the baby rage emote and then 1v1 me, my ego demands it, and then baby rage at the end. And all of Risen in all of the channels just exploded into that for 15-20 minutes making fun of Chirrut. And he quit the server and got himself banned for smurfing. But it cemented the memes. We had to rebuild the team from scratch, but it was just a fun one. I thought it was good banter, and I enjoyed it a lot. So that's I think when I went from I don't know what the hell this is to yeah, this is a fun community. I think I want to stick around.
I think the first one that pops into my mind is teams. Because
Oh god.
I don't think I've ever heard a Discord channel that loud before or since. There was 30 people, I think, something like that, in one Discord channel. Just literally everyone screaming teams. Who was it that said it first? I think it was Dallas.
It sounds right.
I think Dallas has said it too.
That sounds
What
right.
about- who was talking in the girl voice?
Oh,
Was it Mista? I feel like is that
Derpy,
Mista?
it was Derpy Cats.
Oh.
Derpy, oh my god, yeah. Derpy did use a voice changer, didn't he?
It was too good. It was too accurate, honestly. But teams is one that always stands out to me personally.
It's gotta be free
Anyone else?
poke. It's gotta be free poke.
Can we just say the friends we made along the way?
Yeah.
The real treasure is the friends
Yeah.
we made along the way.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I kind of
Okay,
agree.
no, I have to say that my favorite one though is my thresh hook. That will best part.
Wait, which
Join-
Wasn't that in Clash?
What do you mean wish thresh hook? I've only had
There's
one
a
bad
lot
one.
of thrash hooks.
Wasn't it in
Yeah,
Cl-
I did one
Bad one.
threshold.
Wasn't that in Clash?
It was in Clash.
It counts.
I guess it counts, yeah, because the team was Risen
it was
people.
with Risen people. It
Yeah.
was with Jeff, Ryan. I think Joe was there.
Yeah, me and
I don't
me
remember.
and Jake.
Yeah. And another one is Kyle talking about his ex in general chat. Unfortunately, it is not safe for work.
That was so funny.
But that was a good one.
I all right. So Laura, I haven't seen that thresh hook before, but I have to say, mechanics.
Hey, we got the kill. That's all that matters.
The voice comms were one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Cause I was just sitting mid farming and Jake was top lane or something, and then Ryan and Laura just explode, explode, dying of laughter. It was so funny.
Was
Anyone have anything they want to add to this particular question?
I feel like some...
I'll go. I think aside from meeting Peach Buzz Fizzle, who's great, as Arch pointed out, I think forming TLI is probably one of the best moments of Risen for me. The team's had a couple different variations, but it's just a great group of friends. Also, season 3 pre-season in-houses. I missed them so much. They were great.
Oh man,
That's how I got into the league, but it was great.
the 3 a.m. in houses.
Yeah. I think Backpack started a bunch of them up. It was definitely enjoyable.
It was
And
back when Hoppo would like pick
Yeah,
Katarina.
yeah.
and-
When you ban Katarina and Hoppa would leave the
Yeah.
house. Those are good times.
In relation to James's comment, I think mine was making an alum team and then us quitting after 2 weeks.
As every LM team did.
No, I also loved him. I also love the Smurf posts too. I feel like those are always fun in Discord. People were like, "I knew
Smurf
it,"
posts,
and
yeah.
yeah, just like people like, "I knew they were Smurfing." Those are always fun times in Discord. People getting banned are like Smurf. I don't know. It's just like fun to see the community's reaction.
Or when the ban people go on Reddit because they aren't banned there yet, and they start.
Yeah. Wait, what's his face? T1.
T1. Yeah.
Free T1.
Oh man. After T1 was like,
I mean, he did message me a month ago
He was on EOD.
asking to be freed.
Was he?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god.
We've had everyone, dude.
Even a T1, Jesus.
So let's see. I'll try to wrap this up. I think I'm the only one who hasn't said anything. And aside from like all the really crazy, funny conversations in Discord, I love when we get really, really big hype streams full of Risen people, like Champions League finals or like
Yeah.
Dominate finals. Man, when everybody is, especially when we get in a voice chat or something, even if you don't have a specific team you're pulling for, it's just a lot of fun seeing the community rally behind somebody. Oh, one of my favorite streams was I don't even remember who they were playing, but it was when Bastille had that insane comeback in that like 50-something minute game.
No.
Wasn't that
No.
That was so much fun watching that.
No, it wasn't.
But those are my favorite moments. It's when the community rallies together in a stream or in a voice channel or something. I don't know. I think that's really special.
Yeah, I have to say, I didn't think about that at first, but yes. I mean, I guess all I can really say to that is yes. The community coming together and just like being Risen. I mean, I can't even put into words how much I just, you get what I'm trying to say. It's crazy.
You can't put it into words.
I don't think
Yeah,
words can
makes
do
sense.
it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question.
And this is one where we can all just chip in.
Yeah.
What is
I
it?
might have deleted one as we're going because
Yeah,
we're never gonna get done.
understandable.
Okay,
Understandable.
what is
I'm
it?
consolidating some of them.
Yeah. Okay, so next question is just who are some of your favorite players that have competed in Risen?
Atomic Death.
Atomic Death.
He will, yeah, he goes down in history because of that one Wukong game where he went like 0-13 and then came back to land some amazing ultimate that ended up winning his team the game. Atomic Death, and then Cador for being one of the first to actually join
first.
Risen.
Be first, I'll tell your friends to join Risen,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
we played a couple games with him. He's a really cool guy. We were actually just talking about him before the stream. Cador is great.
Rip the RTS channel. All right, my pick is Born 2011.
Oh wow, that was not my pick.
That's a joke.
Can I second Cole's pick? I don't like
I'm
rap,
claiming a
by the
little
way.
Okay, sorry.
That's such a hard question to answer because like the answer would obviously be all of my friends who I talk to every day now. I very much enjoyed playing on a team with Vikos and Kanye East. That was a hell of a time.
Kanye Beast, dude.
That was a hell of a time. Yeah, just
I'll
biased
say-
on my teammates and DLC. Everybody on DLC.
One of the Risen players who I still love to watch to this day. And I don't really know if everybody like thinks of him as a Risen player, but Jim Cantor, dude, came into Risen through Champions League and was one of the few people who like actually stuck around and like became a part of the community.
Oh, true.
And he's like D1 Masters playing Ivern. He's insane. I love watching him play. So other than Jim, just like especially the people who come in on pre-made teams or like Champs Leagues teams and don't like have to be a part of the community to get placed on a team, but they join anyway. I love seeing those people around and watching them play, and whether it's Risen or in other leagues or in solo queue, it's a lot of fun.
Who was that one dominate player who like main Yasuo and like played like AP Malphite mid? What was that
Kitros.
guy's name? Kitros.
Kitros.
Damn, I miss Kitros.
Kitros.
He played the weirdest stuff mid, and it was so funny when he would trash talk afterwards. Him and 3-8, honestly. I miss
Him
the
and-
good-
oh my god,
trash
3-8.
talkers.
Yeah. 3-8.
They
Rip
were,
banter and
fun.
trash
They were fun
talk.
to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3-8 too. He was funny in trash talk. I feel like also besides like all of the admins, Don was really fun to play with on a team. Karaoke and I think Record is hilarious. I know not everyone likes him, but I just think Record is like hilarious and funny.
He is.
Right.
And
Yes,
I
he
enjoy
really is.
playing with him.
You actually just can't take him seriously. He's gonna
No, you
flame
can't.
the shit out of you, but you just
Oh.
let it happen.
Yeah, he he really does.
Okay, before we move on to the next question, I'm going to toss in a serious note, Bullseye and Hubris. They're like the two people who I've played on teams with,
Bullseye.
and they're both both just like random people who we found in LF Summer team, which I think embodies Risen, who I ended up becoming good friends with. So,
Bullseye's a great
You
dude.
definitely find some good people in their channel.
all right, next question. Who are our favorite admin alumni? Which previous admins do we miss the most? There's not many, so there's only a
was
couple of
gonna say.
answers.
Wasn't XT Dylan
Gazang
Gazang? Is that it?
and Jeff.
Jeff.
Oh,
Matt.
Jeff. Yeah. Oh,
Jets.
I don't know Jeff.
Imagine picking Jeff.
Wait, Circle?
I miss Eric.
Circle was an admin.
I miss Eric.
I miss
Tomato.
Circle.
Was an admin.
I miss Circle was that.
Technically.
My pick's Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff and I were
Agreed.
Jeff and I were the tag team that made season 3 happen.
Oh, and Josh.
Josh.
Oh yeah.
That's where.
Oh, yeah.
The stream
I forgot
admin
about
before
Oh,
me.
shit.
See, I didn't work with these. I didn't work with some of these people, so I just
And
have
Marcos.
no idea.
Yeah.
And
Marcus.
macros. Yeah.
Macros.
Yeah.
Macros.
Macros.
Oh my god, we almost.
I'm getting my people confused.
Yo, it's been a long time. It's been 2 years, you know?
Dude, Macros was very hard to work with sometimes, but he always brought like a unique viewpoint to the table. And I think it's because he's kind of like a different demographic than a lot of us, but he always thought about things in a different way and always put a lot of effort into what he was doing and his thoughts. And when he was active, he was really awesome to work with and be around. So I do miss when he had all the time in the world to give Risen, because he was a really good guy to have around.
Yeah, he had a lot of like unique viewpoints, and he was usually pretty good about wording them, at least to us, in a way that it made sense, or in a way that was like, oh, here's my approach versus the other side, and now let's weigh the benefit of either side. He was kind of like always, I'm going to play devil's advocate for myself, and which was very valuable. So I will say that about him. It's very valuable.
I miss Gazan and Jeff probably the most, and if I had to pick, probably Gazan, just because I feel like he did a lot of stuff for Risen. I don't
He was
that
great.
people didn't know about.
The tournament code generator only stopped
Yeah.
working this week.
Rip.
Rip our code. I don't know Python well enough to fix it.
Well, we don't even have the file.
I know, we don't have the file yet.
You want me to message Gazan and ask him?
I miss
I
Isthmus.
can, I
I
can,
doubt he even has it
We can
anymore,
see
but I
after.
mean, we could.
I could see. I mean, I friended him a while back to like send him something, so I can.
Yeah, I think he's still on my Discord
All
friends
right,
list.
moving on. The next question from Emilio: how is the workplace environment?
It's a workplace.
Just listen to this podcast.
All right,
So I,
Next.
do I get paid? Do I get paid for this stuff?
one person gets to handle this. Who wants to do it?
Oh,
I can do it.
All right, Brett gets it.
So recently we've expanded Risen a lot, and we now get benefits with our pay. And Travis even got us a coffee maker, which is nice. So
Yeah.
I haven't had coffee yet.
More seriously, typically one of two things will happen. Either A, somebody who's supposed to handle something knows what to do, but they still ask for reassurance anyway, and then nobody replies, so they just do it. or two, everybody tries to do everything at once, and then Travis has to step in and kind of like settle things down, and so we can actually like come to a conclusion instead of just talking in circles for an hour or so. It's typically one of the two things. Either person in charge is totally capable of handling it, and eventually they do, or we're all too eager to help, and nothing gets done until Travis steps in. I feel like those are like the two main modes that we operate in.
I think segueing right into the next question, the second one becomes problematic when we're all eager to help, but we want to do it in different ways. And that's when we get talking in circles. And the next question we have is which admins disagree the most about different topics?
I'm just going to skip the different topics part of that.
So it's definitely me disagreeing with Brett and Cole.
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
It's the line has existed there for a while. It's good that we disagree on so much because it gets us different perspectives.
Disagreeing is good.
But yeah, if there is a disagreement, that's who is disagreeing.
That's true.
It's like it is a good thing though, because you can't like just have everybody agree about everything all the time and then call that progress.
You never get to see the other perspective.
Like
which is not
you
good. You can't grow that way.
It seems kind of like capitalistic point of view because like competition breeds improvement.
Yeah.
But it's really it's massively beneficial to have differing viewpoints and people who are willing to stand up for what their viewpoint is. So I don't see it as a problem. I don't think it ever has been a problem. I don't think it ever will be, as long as everyone's able to like calmly convey what they're trying to get across.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to the next one. Who among us tilts the hardest? The question's which admin tilts the hardest.
Hello.
Not me.
100% Travis. 100% Travis.
It's me. There's no.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It is.
Who else?
Can we
There's
have
no
a
way.
scale?
I
mean, I would put Travis
there's
at the
a
top,
lot of
Can we
Julia
have a scale?
second, me third, and then I actually don't know if Cole is capable of tilting,
I'm tilted.
so I don't know where I would
Yeah,
put
Who
I
him.
did you say was first?
I haven't played with
Did you say-
Travis.
okay,
Then
Travis.
Julia, then me, then
Wait, Joe tilts pretty hard.
I do tilt pretty.
So-
I tilt pretty hard
I think Joe
verbally.
needs to be up
Okay,
there.
there's a difference between like angry tilting and like I'm not going to talk anymore tilting. And I feel like Joe's definitely in the latter group.
Some people
No,
are. I'm not
no,
gonna
no,
talk
no.
anymore tilting. Some are like.
I
still
talk
talking
way more
tilting.
when I'm tilted.
Yeah, Joe talks a lot when she's tilted. Laura gets really quiet when she doesn't say anything when she's tilted. She's just like silent. Travis, I don't know.
I just
get quiet? I don't
bitch
know.
nonstop.
Travis,
I
yeah,
bitch
Travis just
nonstop.
complains all the time.
I remember when Travis, I would play with him and he get camped. It's
Okay.
something.
It's not
In
fun.
houses, camping Travis in houses. Oh my god, those classes.
Please don't fuel this.
Camping anyone in in-houses sucks, dude.
Yeah.
So if you're in an in-house,
I
camp
feel
Travis.
bad.
If you're in an
I feel
in-house,
bad when people
don't
get
pick Ezreal jungle because you're gonna get picked
No,
on.
Joe got. I was like 1v2 balling because people just kept going to.
They
I was
legit-
just balling. I was balling and Zyra just like farming because people just kept trying to kill Joe and his jungle on my team. Does Best? Do you Best? I don't think I play with you really. Do you tilt? Like I don't.
No.
I have no idea. Okay.
I have.
I don't think I've
mentor
really played with you
God.
before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever genuinely seen Brett or Cole tilt, and I don't know if they're actually capable of doing so.
I can get tilted only when someone on my team is tilted, and then I will get tilted that they're tilted.
It's so hot.
Hey, I feel that. I feel that.
That's about all I'm capable of doing. Like if someone's playing on tilt and making bad decisions, I'll get frustrated with them.
Rosin says Brett goes quiet.
Yeah,
everyone's trying
my
their
way of tilting, my way of tilting is that I just stop playing for the team and just
autopilot.
fuck off on my own or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, you guys are hopeless.
All right. Well, moving on from tilt, stress. What would we say is the most stressful part of being at?
I feel like for most of y'all, it's team's creation.
Oh my gosh.
I want to. No. For me, it's one.
Oh, you cut out.
People. Sorry. For me, it's 100% people not reading the rules and asking a question that could be answered by reading the first line in the whole document.
That have a test. You can't play Resi unless you pass the test.
Unless you can read the first line of the document.
You know how few people would join if they had to do a test first?
Question. No, we can have that as a question, and when you sign up, like, like some job applications will be like, instead of, like, where you live, put this answer instead of where you actually live. We gotta have like a secret.
Have
line
you
like that in
have you
our
read
rule
the
book.
terms and conditions? Yes.
No, I put that in my events that I run, and people still don't know what's happening.
Of course,
Yeah.
nobody reads the terms and conditions.
No one.
I mean,
My answer to this question is when I'm genuinely trying my best to deal with something, and then people just start getting angry. I really like being like validated and like getting criticized for what I thought was the right thing. It makes me sad. And like when people accuse us of like being biased or like rigging things, that is, I'm not sure it's stressful, but like it upsets me to the point that I get stressed out about it. So that would be it. It's just the fact that it's like a public facing role and we get into scrutiny sometimes, and I don't like it. It makes me uncomfy. Teams creation though, that's the best. That's my favorite thing on earth. Just sitting down in front of a spreadsheet and copy pasting names for 2 hours.
I love watching the spreadsheet go while
That's
Cole's doing teams.
Heaven.
Yeah, looking over 100 plus accounts every season. Is a
Oh,
lot
the
of
pre-work is less fun.
Yeah, the pre-work, that's
I
why
love
I don't do
looking
it.
for
That's why I let you all do it.
Yeah.
I've got that figured out.
Yeah, for me, it's
think-
when a caster drops 5 minutes before the scheduled time.
that's rough.
Or a streamer, because there's even less streamers. But that doesn't happen nearly as often.
For me,
Like,
I
it's
usually have a
getting-
couple days for streamers.
For me, it's getting Champions League captains and managers to basically follow the rules, to like post results, post reschedule, manage your roster. Like, it dumbfounds me how the people in charge of it, it's not everybody. Some of the people in charge of these like high profile amateur teams and like high skill cap teams, they just have like, they don't read anything. They don't talk to anybody. They're just like, oh, I don't know. It
Watching
just
some of
baffles
the-
me.
Watching some of the people try to post results like weekly for games,
Oh,
it's not even stressful. It's kind of just funny at this point. How like you put a format out there and they just like completely ignore it and just do whatever the hell they want, and then you have to DM them and it's
one night we like literally just sat on a voice call and watched people as they tried to post the results.
yes, Arch, it makes me Pepe laugh.
Oh my god. When people take camera phone pictures of results.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
2009 In 2019, you run a team full of grandmasters. You're
Oh,
in a
man.
$2,000 league, and you're giving us phone pictures of the results.
I hate when there's...
Before Brett can get more angry. What aspect of League makes Risen more of a challenge to run? And I think the answer to this is pretty straightforward, and it's just when League breaks.
Yeah.
Something goes wrong, and like we just have to figure out what we want to do. Like Nico right now, just we have to ban her. That's bad. And I think the fact that like for a competitive tournament, when you need 5 people to a team and the game can't be played with any other number, it makes organizing groups of strangers difficult. Like most other games and tournaments are structured around like teams just being decided on the fly, or it's solo. So like one person not showing up derails next to nothing. Whereas like here, if one person doesn't show up, that is an entire 9 other people who might not get to play. And that's stressful, and that can make Risen a bit of a challenge.
How about the inconsistency and or inaccuracy of their ranking?
Oh
Yeah,
my
that too.
god. Yeah,
That's
I feel,
true.
like, I feel like that's something we don't talk
Yeah,
about because we know
no,
it's not
I
going to
agree.
change.
I
But
agree.
imagine if we like could actually see MMR, or if everything wasn't so hidden.
Season 9.
If you could actually have an accurate representation of people's skill.
Yep.
It's like, or if you could see both MMR and variance. So like if they have like a high win rate, then they would have a higher variance. So then you'd be able to just be like, oh, this account this is unreliably ranked, and Riot says as much. That would be so helpful.
All you have to look at is PK's account currently. I mean, the rank system is completely screwed up.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
The D2 player ints in every normal game that I play with him. It's kind of
Because always into everything.
Another great segue on the topic of
Regardless.
PK. We have a
Oh
question.
yeah, he asked me to put his question next. He has to go to bed.
Can
Can I-
someone please Uber Eats me some food? I didn't have breakfast or lunch. That's
But not
Okay.
now, because he's going to bed.
Sorry,
Okay.
PK. It's too late in the night, bro.
Okay, I'm triggered.
Travis has
you
Travis has
offered,
genuinely
right?
offered.
I have
Before.
offered like 3 times. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yes, sir, just DM me," and then nothing. One time I DM'd PK, and I'm like, hey, are we doing this? No response.
PK's parents would yell at him.
he doesn't give out the address for his mansion.
Stranger.
Yeah, it's sad because he's
Yeah,
a
it's
billionaire and can't Uber Eats himself any food. It's really sad.
Oh, now everyone's gonna ask me for food.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
You messed up.
Who uses DoorDash?
I do.
I don't.
DoorDash is great.
interesting.
I just go take a walk.
All right.
Yeah, I just go buy the food.
I want to
Next.
make one point on the aspect thing. When Spectator broke for 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
And we had to go 3 weeks without streams because nobody could watch games.
Sounds
sounds like a vacation,
your fault.
buddy.
That was a
Yeah.
pretty big issue. Yeah, it is.
Next.
Yeah, Ryan said it sounds like a vacation. I agree.
Vacation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
kinda. It kinda was. Yeah.
Sit
All right.
back.
Continue.
Sorry. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I
Next
care so
one
much either. The point of the podcast is like this next one's. This is a question for Travis. Travis, get ready to answer. Are you ready to answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is from Margarine. It's when will the website be finished?
So actually, I wasn't really gonna like announce this on this podcast, but there's something that I was thinking about doing to make the website move along faster. Because before I go into that, I've been working on the website and the API and slowly, steadily knocking it out. But it's just like it's not moving fast enough. And I realized that. So the only real way that I can think of to get the website to the point that it needs to be for the community to be satisfied and to have something that they honestly deserve to have would be to go open source and have a bunch of people from the community help with it. And then I would just manage the code and the branches and stuff, and determine what features ultimately get put into the API. But I don't know how many coders there realistically are in the community that would help. So even that is a mystery or an unknown. So I don't have an actual answer as to when the website will be done, other than I'm not moving fast enough, and I'm sorry.
And another thing to realize is most of us have like day jobs, and that takes up a
Yeah.
lot of our time. And this is just like a side thing for most of us.
Hmm
I mean, we
and
don't get paid.
Travis- and that, yeah.
Important note.
And like you come home from work, and I'm sure Travis, the coding the website isn't the first thing he thinks about when he gets off work. Sometimes you just want to sit back and play some League. So, but we appreciate the work he's put in.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
We have a request in the chat for a meme question. So from Xpadric, who do y'all think has been the best Dom Open champion over the
That's
past?
not.
I don't
That's
think
not a
that's
mean
meme.
question. That's a
Me-
serious question.
You can take it as seriously as you want to take it.
That's
All I'm
true.
saying is that it's a lighter topic than the website dress. So
Hey, there's team.
I think the best Dom Open champion, probably Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan won.
That's not fair.
Smurfy.
That's not fair though, because he's Smurfed and he's Challenger now.
I can't wait for the all caps LOL spam in the chat.
Hey, got that gold roll.
That was my first thought too when I saw the question.
Awesomeness.
Dylan, boss.
Smurfed and compete league and in Risen.
Sorry. Okay. We can-
Which Dom are we talking about? Because we had a gold plat and a plat diamond.
I think all of them, because they were all Dom open. Like they were all considered
dominate open.
So I would consider
But
all of them. Like
it's hard
in
to
relation
consider
in
them.
relation to the season. I don't know, just in relation
Okay,
to
in
like.
relation to
yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
Which
like,
team-
let's say-
How about Cloud 10 when they won in finals playing Jungle Tom Kench with Cliff?
Oh yeah!
That iteration
Wait,
of Cloud
Jungle
10 is insane.
TK.
I should have said Bullseye.
Ah,
too.
Bullseye.
Someone said Bullseye, but yeah,
Yeah, Cole
Bullseye's
said
fun to
Bullseye.
watch.
I
He's fun
said
to watch.
Bullseye's fun to talk to.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
SSG was pretty dominant.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
SSG.
that one
Did
hurt to
they
lose
even
too.
lose a game?
That one hurt to lose too.
I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
Like an actual match though.
In the season, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Their roster changed when in playoffs. I forgot who was their jungle got moved for Jeff, and that was like a super big upgrade because their jungle was an off-roll Vel'Koz mid Vel'Koz white trick. Their previous or no. Their
It was.
no
it was
Moose was
someone that-
Moose was their jungler first, right? And then moved into mid lane, and then they got an actual jungler. I think that's what it was. Something like that.
Wait.
It was
I
someone-
need to. Sorry, finish.
Yeah.
I'll say it after.
Moose or somebody, one of their subs was a +2 over their previous rank, and then they were given another +1 because it wasn't recorded that they were already given a +2.
Oof.
That
So
was
like
all
everybody,
first
Oh
season,
no!
right?
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
happened? Okay.
That's what happened. Everybody was within the league rank, but because two different people did the two subs, it wasn't noted that like they doubled up on their plus ranks.
Not only that, but their top laner turned out to be a
The top
Smurf.
laner turned
Yeah.
out to be a Smurf.
In the first iteration, right? That was the first. That's when they won. Right?
That was
Yeah.
yeah. That's what
Season 2.
We're talking about championship SSG.
Yeah.
Champions SSG. Who?
Championship SSG.
A team with a Smurf and slightly too many good players. Yeah, that's.
I can't even say I lost to the Smurf because I lost to Chinaman.
Chinaman.
I remember that. He went the coin Darius.
He went
What?
coin Darius. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
And I just
that.
got ran over because I couldn't
Yeah.
do anything because all the top side was super fed.
I
That was
I
remember.
unlucky.
agree.
Wait.
Teach was a better
Teach
ADC.
won.
XT. I was gonna say I agree with Team 18. I was gonna say Team 18. They were
Team
fun to
18 was
watch.
great.
I think they're also the
Jin
only
mid.
team that won that had two off rolls. Like they had 3 ADC mains on their team. Their mid
It's
laner
just-
played Jin mid.
It's
I think
proof
I
that
lost
ADC off rolls are science.
True.
Would you say Itchy?
I think in playoffs for every Dom Open season I played, I lost to the winners in playoffs.
Oh, because you lost to Team 18 too. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
lost
right.
to Team 18. I lost to C10.
Oh
you
yeah,
did?
you did. That's right. Yeah,
I lost
yeah,
to
yeah.
AO. I think I only played 3 seasons, but yeah, I lost to all the
Yeah,
the
that
winners.
sounds right. Wow.
It's pretty unfortunate. They were all
Wait.
pretty good though.
I guess Ryan
Can
is
we
really
say,
just the second best. Damn.
Can we
That's
say
pretty good.
AO just because they all ended up being like high
Diamond
diamond
players.
players?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
Right
with
after the
that.
season ended.
All right. Moving on. We have a question from someone who wished to remain anonymous.
But the way they worded it is not enough.
I'm not sure. Yeah, there's some disconnect. You'll never guess who the question's from. The content of the question is: do you miss Admin XT? Because I miss you guys. Love you, Grizzly. Thanks for helping me get started in esports.
Yeah, I
No.
miss Admin XT.
No clue. Who
I miss
wrote
the
that
Joe
question.
NXT
Who?
shit.
Yeah,
That was
I don't
fun.
know who that. I don't know who wrote that question.
Hey, who's XT? I forget.
On a
I think
serious
he's a
note-
caster.
Oh.
on a
He hasn't
serious
casted
note,
for me this season.
It's true.
XT. We love you, man. At least speaking for myself.
I think
I
you're speaking
really-
for all of us.
Yeah.
Like XT, it just did so much for Risen, especially in the earlier stages.
Mhm.
He grew the
Honestly,
community so much.
yeah. XT, you're like honestly, yeah, dude. We love you. So thanks
XT's,
for the kind
XT's
words.
videos were incredible.
Yeah. to add to that, there was that question earlier. As we had that one, it was an actually anonymous question, which was which previous admin do we miss the most? And I saw that this question was coming, so I kind of like saved it for now. But yeah, XD, you're the best.
I miss XD, the little squad manager.
Oh my god.
Don't.
Miss
Oh my god, that jungler.
We
Oh,
don't
the
name
next
names.
one.
We don't
Next
name
one.
names.
Oh my god, Swida. Oh my god, Swida was my 80s.
Swida.
Oh boy.
I remember when Swida was in Dominate.
All right. To the next one.
Oh,
Yeah,
this question is different than the one I thought it was. Go ahead.
This is a question from Toddy2K. And the question is, why haven't you all become more strict over the seasons on Smurfs? We allow teams to knowingly just sit. I think that Smurfs should be cracked down on harder. Also, the ranks are too spread apart. Allowed too many players. Maybe do it like Dom pre-made, only one platform player per team. So that's a lot of thoughts. There's a lot of different questions.
I need to go
and
copy
assumptions.
paste this question.
It's
into that.
not gonna fit.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
fit?
Good,
Okay.
good luck, dude.
Just do that. Just do
etc.
that.
But to answer the first part, at least as far as cracking down on Smurfs, fundamentally, like we're mostly a for fun league. Like we've introduced prize pools for the first time ever for this season for the leagues that aren't champions, or at least meaningful prize pools. And even then, it's something like if you do the math, you're earning about $1 an hour for your time spent.
Don't tell people that. That's
It's,
actually funny.
it's not a lot, but like, I'm sorry.
Dollar
Never
per
thought of
hour.
that.
It's money, but like it's just not the kind of money that's actually incentivizing taking this extraordinarily seriously. So being too strict about anything is just going to make the league more inaccessible. We want people who want to play to be able to play. We don't want to drive anyone out who's a legitimate player by creating rules and regulations that are a little too strict. But in addition to that, like this assumes why haven't we gotten more strict over this? And the answer is we absolutely have. We were nowhere near as good at checking for Smurfs in seasons 2, 3, 4 than we are now. I'm going to go ahead and credit Julia with a lot of that because the Smurf detection unit has done great work as far as finding.
Dude, we used to have a Discord, but no one talks to it anymore.
Yeah,
Still
it-
exists, yeah.
It
Still
was
exists.
crazy because before you were an admin, you just kind of told me stuff, and I was like, "Oh, okay," and acted on it. Yeah, and we filter players
There
more
was a Discord.
stringently. We manage things a lot more strictly than we used to. And then as far as like elo sitting, which is kind of the second part of the question, we've tried solutions to elo sitting, and frankly, they're unpopular and they suck. The legitimate players who want to stay within the rules and aren't actually intentionally sitting end up getting caught in the crossfire a lot, and we just steer them away from the league and we make them leave because they don't want to play X number of games per week, and there's really no other elegant solution to the problem. And even that kind of requirement or restriction won't drive away the people who actually are going to elo sit. Like it's very easy to soft int games and land yourself in plat 2 if you're a diamond 3 player or a diamond 2 player. Like you can just play off roll and then troll a little bit and you'll look very legitimate, and then you won't have to play games while the people who are up in diamond 4 trying their best to win are going to have to instead. And that's just unfortunate and bad, and it's not really what we want to go for because it means we're not stopping the behavior we're trying to stop, but we are stopping the behavior we want to encourage, which is climbing, because one of Risen's main goals, encouraging improvement and growth as players. So I think that's everything. Hold up. There were 2 more points. Yeah. So as far as ranked division, we voted on that as a community, and that's still something that we basically analyze every off season is how do we want to divide ranks. We changed it this last off season. It's probably going to be the case that when we start up next year in the early 2020 that you'll see slightly different tier limits, maybe different leagues, who knows. But that's always up in the air. But yeah, we've added more rules, we've added more regulation and oversight. We're trying our best to stop smurfing, but we just have to do it in a way that doesn't kick people out of Risen when they're doing nothing.
Oh my god, bitchy rat.
That was
Wake up, itchy rat.
a very well worded answer. I don't think I could actually add anything onto that answer.
I'm just smiling and waving.
Okay, next question. Oh, I get to read this one too. This. Please release us from the pain and suffering. Ease our journey through the playoffs. Cage this foul champion like a rabid dog. Do not feed her. Cage and let her rot like the immortal dead being she is. Please free us from the release of Senna in Risen. Oh dear Risen overlords, please bestow your mercy upon us. Amen.
So then,
I-
the question is, will Senna,
Will Senna be banned? Marge could not have worded it
All right,
better.
next question.
What's the answer?
No, that's one of the ones where you read it and then you're just like, yeah, we're just going on to the next one.
I think
Yes,
Senna's gonna
Senna
be
will
banned
be
for
banned.
playoffs.
No,
right?
it will be.
Yeah.
We've never let champions who had major reworks or new champs like be in playoffs in the past. So like I know last season we did that with some champ that got reworked. I don't
Mordekaiser.
remember
We
what.
did it with
Yeah,
Mord.
Mordekaiser. We didn't let him
Yeah.
in, so it's the same thing.
All right.
Congrats, Marge.
Congratulations.
You've won.
It was
Your prayer has been
it was
answered.
your statement that
She's
made
gonna
us
turn
not.
out to be as
I'm
bad as
moving on.
Release Bard.
Some 36% picking her is banned.
Picking
You're
her is
gonna wish-
better
you're
for
gonna
the enemy
wish.
team.
You're gonna wish she was in in playoffs.
All right. From James, what are some of the things that go into the review of a banned player before you guys prove the appeal?
I can talk
Everyone
about this one.
Yeah, you can talk about. Yeah, you can talk about.
So whenever we're talking about bans, there's really two between like competitive and behavior. Competitive, we're really strict about that because we kind of see participating in Risen as a privilege, and like once somebody's broken that trust or broken, some serious rules like that, we rarely give people a second chance when it comes to that because you have to really mess up or really intentionally just get banned for something like that. So there's not a lot of forgiveness when it comes to cheating and smurfing. As far as behavioral stuff, we like to be a lot more lax as far as like appeals and unbans go. Kind of tagging on to what Cole said earlier is that we want people to play in Risen. We want people who want to be in Risen to play in Risen. So if people are showing an honest effort, like, hey, this means a lot to me, as long as they acknowledge what they've done and they show that it's a net good to let them back in.
And they demonstrate that they knew what they did wasn't okay.
Yeah. And a lot of times it'll come with some increased scrutiny or escalated future punishments. But for the most part, it's like we want people who want to be in Risen to be a part of Risen. So we're a little more lenient with that sort of stuff. And you just have to show, or they just have to show like acknowledgement and show that letting them back in is the right choice.
It also depends a lot on their intentions at the time. Like, let's say you ban somebody and they are for some like competitive violation or behavioral rather. Let's go behavioral. At the time, were they meaning on purpose to insult or degrade somebody? And is there a chance of that malice returning? That's probably, as far as like behavioral appeals go, when I weigh in on my vote for an approval or denial on an appeal, that's kind of what I look at. Like, is that intention for malice gone at this point?
Just don't come back after being banned on 6 different accounts.
I mean, we know at least
This has happened before.
have shadow accounts.
This has happened before.
We know you have olds, if you're listening.
Oh yeah, we know all of you have ults. We know most of them.
Next question from James as well. What caused the decision to split Dominate and Open to 2 separate days? Dominate Open and Pre-Made to 2 separate days, but keep Rampage Open and Pre-Made on the same days.
A
Player
vote?
availability.
That was a
right?
community vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We basically
it's like-
we drafted like 4 different schedules. So like, hey, here's some ways where we can spread out our 4 leagues or 5 leagues while not overlapping with champs, while not overlapping too much with player bases and such. And we just let the community vote on it. And it came out to be where Rampage players, open or pre-made, really, for the most part, cared more about playing on Friday. And then the Dominate players they cared more about separate days so that they could play in both leagues. And I think that's kind of how it landed where it is today.
Well, I think the other-
Conjecture as to why that is that
Well-
Rampage tends to be a little younger, and I think it's that like a high schooler is genuinely more in control of their schedule on a Friday than on a weekend, and like a grown adult in college or living their life is generally going to be freer on Saturday. So I think that's
Mhm.
part of it.
Well, there's
Sorry to
also
interrupt.
there's also a lot of gold leagues that play during the week that people play in.
Mhm.
There's a lot of leagues on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as opposed to like Dom where there's not. I mean, it's like Upsurge and that's it, and like a couple of other leagues that aren't as known. But there's a lot more leagues that play in the week for like Rampage, like level.
All right. Well, we're through the bulk of it. We've got a couple light questions to wrap things up. The first one is a call out. It's going right towards someone. I heard
Jesus
someone
Christ.
complaining they didn't want me to talk
Is he
because they wanted to
okay?
hear Ryan's voice. So Ryan, this one's right for you.
Oh yeah, Ryan has to talk now.
I'm legit getting flamed in these questions.
Crossover.
One question.
Itchy. When are you going to have the champion of Risen role? Since you're not going to get it this season.
Oof.
All I'm gonna
with
say
a smiley face too.
is he's
Oh.
very lucky that we are on the opposite side of the bracket, because we would have knocked him out pretty easily.
Smile.
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 Well, it's got a nose though. It's got a
Smile.
little nose.
Oh, did it have the nose?
It's
Yeah,
got the
it's got the
nose.
nose.
Yeah, this makes it better.
It does make it so much better.
Sorry. Okay, fixed.
This will be the season.
This will
This
be
is
the
itchy.
season.
This is itchy.
This is it,
season.
Ryan.
Much like it was
God. Wait,
TL
Itchy
season.
season.
Never mind.
Much like it is TL season. It is itchy season.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
man.
Terry says, Scrims smile. We won't leak any Scrim results though.
All right.
You really struggled against Uno this past weekend.
Honestly,
Yeah,
you had a lot of fun. That comp was actually kind of fun to play.
What did you think of our theory crafting?
It's definitely
fun to
good.
watch.
That comp definitely has potential.
I can't take any credit for that. It was like mostly Bestrin and Robert, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds
Me and
about
Marcelo.
right.
Yep. Dude,
That sounds
we
about right.
have a very high win rate in norms with that. With that bot lane. Just saying.
Travis told me about it an hour before the game, and I thought it was hilarious.
For the podcast, the comp was Maokai, Ivern bot lane with Rengar in the jungle, Caitlyn mid, and then I can't even. Irrelevant.
Cho'Gath.
Top lane was relevant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah.
It was irrelevant.
I can flame him because he's my roommate. I have an excuse. No, yeah, wild comp. Okay, we can keep going.
Yeah. So we
Alright.
showed up in the lobby with like all 5 people, and they're like, "You guys need to get an LCS order." Yeah.
As soon as I saw you guys like that, I was like, I'm not really ready for this game.
Because it was Shawnee, who's usually our support, was playing top lane. We had a sub jungler in. We had Travis in the mid lane, and then our jungler was 80 carry, and no, our top laner was 80 carry, and our jungler was support. So. Fun.
What would have happened if Rengar was banned?
It wasn't going to be.
But what if?
Then we would have played like Lulu Jin.
Okay.
Is anyone from YPL listening to this? They gotta know.
Oh, true. They're gonna know your.
They can
strat.
look up the
I mean,
match.
they can look up.
I
the
mean, it's in
match
match history.
So.
Someone go ping Jack Frost. All right. Next question. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of different answers on this because we have some ARAM players at
Oh
this
no.
call, which is from Few. Would you recommend not taking Flash on ARAM?
I would recommend taking Flash and Arrow. I accidentally didn't take it once because I'd played Yuumi the previous game and like a Norm and it was not fun.
Why would you not take flash?
But you should always have barrier or exhaust. There's no.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
I'm playing ARAM
Snowball.
Well, wait, is that if you're no? Is that if you're not taking flash?
Yeah, if you're not taking snowball, you should you always take flash. 'Cause it just feels bad otherwise, unless you're Yumi, and then you take barrier or exhaust unless you like really need snowball.
That is so insecure.
But you only take
Wait.
you only take snowball if you're like trying to
That's
engage.
wrong.
Like,
That's
why
wrong.
would I?
You're
What? No.
wrong.
Honestly,
No,
I-
I'm
Take
sorry, but
snowball.
baiting
You
people,
only take snowball.
baiting people with barrier or exhaust.
Yeah,
is
it's
the
really
best part of
funny.
ARAM.
That's true.
Because then the Zed player types in all chat. Oh my god, who takes
Who takes exhaust in
I
ARAM?
know.
Who takes exhaust?
Let me teach you about summoner spells in ARAM. Either you're playing Engage Champion or you have Dark Harvest. And either of those like Snowball. And if you're playing any other way, you're insecure. Sorry.
Okay.
I believe that exhaust is the best summoner spell on ARAM.
You're
I think
literally
it is.
killing everyone's enjoyment of ARAM.
Wait, Papo said barrier plus exhaust. I agree.
I was gonna say,
I think
just
that's
take
bad.
barrier exhaust if you're not gonna take flash.
I'm generally a flash exhaust player. I think that's my favorite setup, but I can see dropping the flash on champions who don't need it as much for something like barrier or snowball or ignite.
I think clarity is relevant.
Yeah, if you need it, like if you have a mana intention, good call.
It's really good early game.
I complain about exhaust in ARAM. Do I? I
I'm
feel like
sure.
half the time I'm playing. I feel like half the time I'm playing supports in ARAM. That when I don't care if someone exhausts me or not.
Y'all remember that match when ARAM was fun? With,
No.
the items and the bands and then they took it all away?
Yeah.
Miss bands.
I miss the bands.
Bring them back.
Bands made ARAM fun. I hate playing ARAM without
A
bands.
for dimensional jump chat, by the way.
Remember
Asking-
Ghost Walk?
Wait,
That
No,
summoner
F
spell?
is for.
Oh yeah,
That's
that was
fine.
fun.
Fire.
That was pretty fun
Yeah.
actually.
true.
F is for fire, which is ignite.
Nope,
Yeah,
and D is for
Flashes.
Slash.
D
Yes.
is for Flash.
Yeah.
Correct.
D is for dash. Could
Delash.
Flash be a
Delash.
dash?
It's just
Delash.
Yeah.
F is for fire, which is the ignite button.
For displacement, yeah.
Yeah, D is for there. You
Ah,
go.
that's a good one.
Good
Yeah.
word, good
Displacement.
All
Or you
right.
could, put on the right key.
Delash. And our final question is from Mystical. When is the Fortnite tourney? I got a squad of goons, including ex-Podrick.
Wait, they actually play Fortnite, right? I think they actually.
They do play
together.
Fortnite.
They do play Fortnite together.
I thought
this
Mystical was
this
banned.
is a series. No, this is.
No, that's Arch. That's Arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Arch.
Arch, but his Discord name is Mystical for. Arch,
With a
fix
U.
your name, dude.
With a
I'm
U.
wondering.
He's always been mystical.
Yeah, it's been that from the
No,
start.
he's always been mystical.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now for the good question.
I mean, I
Ryan, you
think,
want to answer
well,
this?
Oh shit, do I want to answer it?
Apparently,
Oh.
Fortnite Chapter 2 is pretty
wait,
good.
can I say one point? I wanted to have a Fortnite league when it first came out, but they didn't have like customs then, so you couldn't do it.
Do they have customs now?
Do they have enough where you can get a ton of people in? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
We're
Itchy can
taking,
answer.
yeah,
I
we're
just,
taking Ryan's mic'd up.
I was just like thinking
Oh,
about when
God.
I
we
put him on the
actually.
spot.
Think about Fortnite. I played it like a couple times. I don't know.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll do 4v4. You and your goons versus 4 admins.
All right, wait.
No. We get Dawn. We get Dawn.
Can I call in
Yeah,
Zach?
Dawn,
Yeah, can I
Dawn's
call
on
in
my
Zach,
team.
please?
Dawn's on my team.
I want Xanakin and Blitz.
Oh god.
I want Dawn on my
That's a
team.
pretty good
OG.
Fortnite team, though.
But I have no OG. And who else was it?
But I want Ethan too. Ethan's really good too at Fortnite, or he was. I don't know if he plays.
I don't think he
anymore.
plays anymore.
Darn. Okay.
Oh my god. Karaoke, were you
Karaoke
a
and
Fortnite
trashed.
squad?
And trashed.
Oh, yeah,
Trash
karaoke's
was-
good
Trash
too.
was So good. Trash was top tier.
Too bad he's banned.
My first ever
Too
Fortnite
bad.
game was with Trash and Sam and Karaoke, I think, and I died to the
Yep.
storm because I didn't know it would deal damage to me.
In all
You know,
seriousness, it's Travis' decision at the end of the day. But
We
I think
could
Risen,
do it over break, over winter
yeah,
break.
I think it would be a one-time thing at best. Like Risen wants to maintain its focus. Like we're a league community, and like we can totally explore a Fortnite tourney over one weekend if there's actually a call for it. But it's never going to be like an established running thing. I think at this point,
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
the game is declining in popularity already. Like hopping on board the Fortnite train right now would be pretty weird.
Honestly, Arch, where are we dropping? That's all I want to know.
I'm just saying I want to run a league, Legends of Runeterra League when it comes out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
TFT League
yeah.
is a thing again. Bester and I have some ideas for that we might be.
Okay.
Like,
Project A,
Leaks.
the fighting game.
Project A is going to be the
Legends of
best game on the
Runeterra.
planet.
We're about to have some fun. That's all I'm saying. Or we're gonna at least try to have some fun.
We're going to attempt to have some fun.
Yeah.
We're going to need people to have some fun.
So some good old fashioned trying really hard and getting really mad at games fun.
All right. Was
Tetris
that the last
tournament
question?
when?
That was the last question we had. So
Someone
we
wants
wanna
to
open
run
it
a
to the-
Tetris. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say,
Tetris?
if someone wants to run a Tetris tournament,
I nominate Laura.
we can.
Mwame will win that thing.
There's several people that.
I think
know, so
Hoppo
we
might
can.
win that thing. Hoppo's pretty
Hoppo's
good at
good at
Tetris.
Wait, no, didn't they delete the good Tetris site?
Yeah, they took down.
Oh yeah, they
Tetris
took down
Friends.
Tetris Friends,
Aw.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even.
Are there
play
other
it.
ones?
That was really fun to play.
What about the Switch Tetris game? Can you make custom games in that?
I don't play
They have to
Tetris.
have a console.
It's like the Battle Royale Tetris. That's all I know.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Just
I don't
use
know
the
if you could custom,
Facebook
but
one.
That'd mean you'd have to have a console, and I don't think anyone has
XT
those, right?
spamming something in chat.
I don't read his messages.
Jstress.
Jstress?
I'm looking this up. Setting up the
Oh,
Tetris
no,
tournament
please.
right now.
Right now.
So we gotta have a Fortnite tournament, Tetris tournament, the TFT brainchild of weirdness that we're kind of. I've been thinking.
TFT is gonna be what the meme league was supposed to be.
Yeah, we're
TFT
getting
is a
there.
meme.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think we gotta wait for Set 2 to drop, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, we want to do Twitch questions or
If anybody has,
call it?
You can pick a couple of them out from Twitch chat, right?
Alright, I got one. Terry, thoughts on mobile game. What? Thoughts on
Mobile
gamers
gamer.
channel and Risen? I think we should definitely have a channel for mobile gamers.
I think you will be the only mobile gamer
I
in
don't
the
think-
Discord.
mobile gamers have friends.
Excuse me.
EOD used to have a Gotcha Games channel.
Oh, okay.
That was an
Gotcha
actual thing we had.
I respect that.
If we made a channel like that, Cole would just delete it.
Yeah, I probably. I am the reaper of channels that end up not getting enough attention. And
To be fair,
I would kill that channel.
I was the one who asked if we should remove it. RTS.
And
But
I
Cole just went and did it.
Yeah. Joe asked,
I asked, should we remove it? Do we really need it? And then it was just gone before I came back from school.
I'm looking at Smash Bros. It's not long for this world. One day it'll be there, and then everyone's gonna check back Risen to go talk about Smash. It's just not gonna.
Oh yeah, if anybody loses a verified, it probably means you were bitching in staff help with an unverified name.
Ah,
Yeah,
perfect,
so-
perfect.
That's my way of getting back at people who are.
Best
jerks
friend
to
likes
staff
taking
help.
it
Yeah,
away
can I just
verified
never stream
people.
Toddy?
I removed Smarties recently.
Veteran, wasn't that your quote on the OG Risen alignment chart?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
my favorite thing to do is to go around removing.
Verified roles. Yeah, that's literally the quote. I'm gonna go post that original alignment chart.
Oh,
in general,
it's so good.
and you can all take a look at it.
Who made the alignment chart? Was
Yeah.
it?
that one?
Robo.
There's
Yeah.
two now, isn't there? Someone
Yeah.
made another
Yeah,
one.
I made a second one. I'll post that
Yeah.
one too.
Oh boy.
Dylan is chaos.
Someone asked how we're doing. I'm doing great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the second one is pretty good, and it has a good spiritual successor to Brett's quote.
Why
at the
is
bottom
Dawn
left.
neutral emo? How is Dawn evil?
How's he not? What? I think that was.
Yeah,
I think that was very fitting at the time.
Dawn's
Yeah,
wholesome.
I think that was very fitting at the time.
I
Sounds
think
wholesome,
the
yeah.
second one is among the greater things I've ever created as an admin of Risen.
Y'all better behave in there.
And then the Dave boys.
I think they were both for the Weeb channel. Actually, no. The Behave Boys. I don't know where that would have been from. I know the first one was when the Weeb channel was created, though, because I said I would never look in the channel.
That like 1 or 2 season stretch where Kenny only talked in like distorted characters.
We permanently thought Kenny was high.
Kenny was always weird but normal, and then just for 2 seasons he stopped speaking English.
Risen Full House was a banger video.
Oh my god, dude.
That was a
It
great video.
was.
I think Kyle popping out of the trash can is the best thing I've ever seen.
Dawn became a meme on that one too. With his little ring.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
one
that was
meme
great.
from like
That was great.
way back that featured Alan Epic on it. It was like the first Risen
Oh, one
meme
of
that I
Jake's
ever
memes.
saw.
Elaine.
It was one of Jake's memes, right? Just like a bunch of pictures put together on Paint.
Yeah.
I think I remember. Oh, it's
Was it-
probably in the old Reddit post.
I would have to go so far back to find it though.
I know.
Alan Epic.
Elaine pick.
Elaine pick, yeah.
I know. No,
It's the only way to say it.
Owen put Alan Epic. Is it Alan Epic or is it Elaine Pick?
It's supposed to be Alan Epic.
Okay.
But you just say Elaine pick.
I always said Elaine Pick.
That's kind of how like Mowgli always says Mowgli. Just mess with him.
Mouse.
Moe's.
Mouse.
I remember joining Risen and scrimming against Alan. It was one of the earlier scrims, and my introduction to him was that he was the best ADC in Dominate. And then he lost 2 out of 3 games. And the only game I lost in that I was playing Callista, so it was it was a given that I'm not winning that game.
Hey, Terry wants to know favorite professional player.
Favorite-
Oh,
Kuro. Kuro
If
without a doubt.
Mike Young is still considered professional, it's mine.
I miss Kuro so much. He's on what, Billy Gaming now?
that's such a hard question.
I liked Afro and like Stixay and Double Lift. I like and Hui, like all of those guys. I like a lot.
I miss
That-
Stardock.
I miss Stardock actually.
He said you
Yeah.
can't pick TL.
He's not in
He's
TL
on
anymore.
Octave.
TSM Dardock. TSM Dardock. Deft was my inspiration for ADC for like 3 seasons.
I mean, my inspiration was the odd one.
And Cyanide. I miss Cyanide.
I miss when Mike Young was good. I don't miss him anymore,
Rip.
but I miss when he was good. Other than Mike Young, I like Meteos and I like Arrow. Arrow is the funniest person alive. I love Arrow. He's like the only non-jungler I watch.
I actually think I was going through a Reddit thread like not too long ago, and I saw somebody use Mike Young as like a descriptor.
Oh no.
Oh god.
And
Wait,
that's
for
when I was
what
like,
does that
wow,
even
dude.
mean?
That's sad. Like he got. I'm guessing like he. Because what
Went
was
from
he?
really good to really
Yeah,
bad.
really good to really bad.
Oh, that sounds like
basically
a got
That's what they
TSM
mean.
jungler kind of thing.
Yeah.
He solo carried Rift Rivals for North America and then moved to TSM and wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I miss Hotshot and Italy GG.
Hot shot.
Hotshot GG is a better
I
LeBlanc
miss
than
the
Faker.
OG. I miss the OG CLG team.
I wish I was playing League then. That would have been fun to watch.
I've always only watched LCK because it was live when I was awake.
I've never watched LCK.
So Rox was my favorite team when they had
I loved
Kuro,
Rox.
Breaker,
Rox
Oh
was
my
great to
gosh.
watch.
I wanted Rox to win that year.
That team is by far my favorite team.
Gorilla's great.
Yeah, Prey and Gorilla were great together. I miss them.
Wait, I love Core JJ too.
Oh, true. Oh, I
Core
can't
JJ
think
and Double
of
Lift. I
Core
can't.
JJ
That
and
don't work for
Double.
TL.
Gravity and Rock. Gravity was the other great team with Keen mid. Oh, great team. All right. I see no more questions.
Hoppo, I don't know why Teams Target banned you.
I have no idea.
And you got banned for smurfing. Or was it banned or
Yeah,
I
just
wonder why.
not
what was
being
your
allowed to
win
play?
rate? Was it
He
win
just
rate
got
ridiculous?
removed.
He got removed. The mid laner of Team Target Banners in Dom Open Season 2 was kicked for smurfing allegations in Gold 5. I don't know.
SKT, Terry.
I really
Just
There's
don't
another
know.
nothing
arch.
anyone else
Just
wrong.
another arch chair raiser.
I hope FPX win Worlds.
Yeah, it's going to be SKT, though, and we're all going to be disappointed.
I hope G2 wins
Alright,
Worlds.
I just want the 30,
Oh,
over 36 points in my pick'ems, so please let SKT win.
Am I winning the Risen Pick'em right now?
No.
Or
Somebody
I was,
is.
no,
I
I
think
don't think I am.
I thought Elvis was.
Yeah.
Or-
He was
I
at one
know.
point. I don't know if he's still. Oh, I think he
I-
is actually.
I think Haru Decker won the first
The
round.
groups, yeah.
The groups. Well, him and someone else that I don't know, so I didn't just find that guy in Discord because I have no idea who he is.
Let me go. Look at
Who's
him.
winning right now? It's Elvis.
Let me go check right now.
I feel like Harry won last year too. One of the rounds.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He did.
He won one of
like,
the
one
rounds last year.
Yeah,
He kind of smurfs
cheats.
on these.
he does.
He sees the future, bro. He's a genius.
Good.
Where is he?
Somebody came into the channel.
Yeah, he
who
is.
didn't-
He's
somebody
tied with
did-
Red Glow.
Somebody didn't enter our competition but posted his perfect groups. And they showed us their knockoff stage and it was actually all trolling. It
Wait,
was
who
like
was
Slice
it?
beating SKT.
It
But
was
he
someone
didn't-
from FTD.
He didn't enter?
I think.
Oh. Damn, he could have gotten.
I want to say it was like Lava. Waba
Waba?
or
No, Waba didn't do it.
It wasn't Tenno. It was somebody like that.
Loki? Are you thinking of Loki?
Oh, it might have been Loki. Yeah, I think he got perfect
Oh.
group.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't.
He posted this knockout stage, and it was like Splice beating SKT, and it was like completely troll.
Yeah.
I didn't
Joe
think-
is currently winning of all the admins, in case I'm curious.
Me?
Oh,
Really?
there's 6 people tied right now for knockout. Because I do between group stage and then knockout stage. There's 6 people number 1 for knockout
What?
stage right now. Yeah, I do separate. I do.
Oh,
separate.
total for knockout. Okay.
One person wins group and one person wins knockout.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. They're all perfect, I think, though. Yeah, they're all perfect. Those 6 players.
I mean, I could do it together too if the same person doesn't win.
Chances are high though that it would be the same person.
Yeah, if it's one of the people that wins, I'm not gonna do it together.
yeah.
I think
Wait.
time for us to wrap this up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we didn't. Oh wait, I got rid of the favorite ice cream flavor one.
Oh,
What's your
Oh.
favorite ice cream flavor? Was that you, Trey, that asked that
speed round.
question?
Speed round.
Speed
Starting
round?
with Joe, going clockwise.
What?
Go. Go.
Vanilla.
Oh god, I.
French vanilla. French
What?
vanilla. French vanilla.
Ryan.
Cookie dough? I don't know.
Black
Somebody-
black raspberry chip from Graders specifically.
What the hell is that?
It's Graders. Oh wait, she just left.
Bye.
Wait, that's gonna mess up the people.
Oh no.
It's she.
Mine?
What'd I do? Sorry.
What?
Oh, we're good. He's back. It's good. Right.
Mint chocolate chip.
Is Laura here?
Laura,
What?
Or-
what's your
Oh,
favorite
oh,
ice
my
cream?
turn?
Yeah.
Vanilla. I'm gonna go with vanilla.
Yeah.
There's this ice cream company called Cool House, and they have a flavor called Streetcar Churro Dough, and
Ooh.
that sounds
is-
really good.
it is the greatest thing. If you ever see Cool House ice cream and you see the Streetcar Churro Dough, grab a
Okay.
pint.
I feel like
You
I'm
will not
missing
regret
out
it.
by being Canadian.
I don't trust you because you said vanilla.
I said French vanilla. I said French vanilla. I
It is
panicked.
Laura.
I got put on the spot. All right,
Absolutely
Travis.
no competition.
Travis.
Chocolate chip cookie dough. Not even close.
All right, Joe, reevaluate. What's your favorite?
No, we have
Chocolate
to-
chip cookie dough.
Come
Definitely
on.
agree.
Just-
Definitely
just
agree.
agreeing with Travis. Class.
No, like if I had more than 10 seconds to
earn that
think,
promotion to super admin here.
Oh, like Arch agrees with me.
Travis would put me as super admin if he
I'm
could
also
right
gonna get
now.
flamed for saying mint chocolate chip.
I used to
Why?
like mint
Why are
chocolate.
you so mad at me, Poop? I don't understand. How did I
Hashtag not my
what's your,
admins.
what's your
We need to
favorite
get
ice cream?
evaluated again.
Do you even know what Graders is? I don't think you know unless you're from like Ohio.
never heard of
Or
Graders.
Florida because they're randomly in Florida too.
All right. We've answered the ice cream question. We've answered the hard questions. We've answered the question. Thank you all for submitting the questions. They're much appreciated. Thank you for joining us in this Q&A on this fine Wednesday night. I'm going to go watch the World Series.
I'm also gonna go watch the World Series
Oh, we got pity.
and do
I'm
homework.
gonna go play the Outer Worlds. Such a good game.
Well,
Yeah. I guess I'll
Good
go ahead
night,
and say
everybody.
thanks for good night everyone. Thanks
Thanks,
for
everyone.
stopping by.
bye.
Have a good night.
Right.
Bye.